Saturday, 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 Saturday. Oh, Elton John.
Saturday nights are alright for fighting, but no night is alright for watching wrestling. Thankfully, though, we don't need to watch it. We've already watched it. Now, it is time to look at the Collision ratings. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. Tony Storm is known for being black and white. AEW is known for being in the red. However, this week, Collision is actually not in the red. There's a slight increase, but I do use the term slight because it's very marginal. Yes, there's an increase, but it's not a massive increase. And this week's Collision rating is 388,000 viewers, which is only up 10,000 viewers, 3% on last week's show. So we only gave it the orange arrow up. We don't think it deserved a green arrow. Not going to give you a green arrow for 10,000, like.
No, we'll give you a wee colour in between there. So yeah, let's talk about Elton John. He loves professional wrestling, doesn't he, Big Elton
Is that
John?
who sung that song?
Yeah.
Wonder what he was doing on his Saturday nights. I'd rather not fucking know. Do
Right,
you think he was doing something gayer than watching AEW?
I mean, he probably was, but he had some pretty gay shit on AEW, so...
That's very true. Anyway, this week's rating, like we said, 388,000, so second week in a row that Collision is under 400k. Not very good there. Show me the way to 400k. Da-na-na-na-now. Sing along here with Fog Wrestling. Yeah, I didn't get 400k. The demo as well, not great. Although, last week the demo was 0.11. And this week it's 0.13. Despite it being a small increase, because the numbers aren't low to begin with, it actually works out at an 18% increase. So they've only went from 0.11 to 0.13, but because the numbers we're dealing with are so low, that actually turns out to be an 18% increase, which is actually pretty big.
It's a pretty big increase, but like you said, it doesn't really matter, does it?
But yeah, like I said, if you go from 1 to 2, I mean, technically that's a 100% increase.
Yeah.
Even though it's only one extra number. So, yeah, you got to actually break it down. Break it down, as DX would say, while you're looking at this.
Let's not put over DX. They both fucking suck, alright?
Yeah, they're lame these days. So the key demo, if you look at the key demo this week compared to the last 4 weeks in Collision, it's actually leveled out. So this show was on par with what it's been doing over the past 4 weeks. And the rating over the last 4 weeks is averaging out at 426,000. Now, keep in mind, there was one show in there that did like 600k, and I think it was because of, like, was it NHL playoffs or something like that? Or they got a big lead in, and that kind of benefited the show. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Collision. I think this is where Collision should be, roughly. This is where I think they will be, to be honest. Round about 400k. Maybe some weeks getting above it, some weeks getting below it. The show was shit. It didn't really deserve any more than this.
Yeah, that's your Saturday night, folks. That's your average rating, round about there. Let's look at the YouTube clip, shall we?
Alright, let's
have a real laugh, alright?
Let's see who brought in the numbers. So, this was as of 11 AM on June 11. So we're talking Tuesday here. So we're talking probably what? 3 days, maybe 2.5 days. Let's say 2.5 days since these clips were uploaded. So, most viewed clip from this Collision was 141,000 views. A friendless Orange Cassidy versus Kyle O'Reilly in a classic. What do you make of that?
Oh, I was there, man. I was there.
A friendless Orange Cassidy versus Kyle O'Reilly.
How's that numero uno? You got shit wrestling all around you, girl.
I mean, just, could you not come up with a better title than that?
I mean, you have to be friendless if you're watching this shit.
Or you could be watching it with your friends, no?
No.
What if your friends are sad?
John's watching it with his friends.
Second place, 127,000 views. BBC's Cascanoli
BCC,
and... What?
BCC.
Who cares? Same shit. No. Ring of Honor, Pure Champion Utah test themselves against FTR. 127,000 views.
Fan Dabby Dozy, my friends.
Now, I know some people are annoyed on this channel because Liv Morgan kissed Dominic, but that got like over 600k in less than 12 hours. I mean, this shit is struggling to break 100,000 in 3 days, so...
Yeah, I mean, what they'd rather is Castonoglu snog the face off Wheeler Yuta. That's what they'd rather.
Probably. Third place, 112,000 views.
Ring of Honor, come on, little man.
I will honour your ring. The Natural returns to AEW Collision. Dustin Rhodes versus Johnny TV.
Johnny be good.
And AEW be bad. And this is where the 100k, the 6-figure YouTube clips stop, because yeah, it's all downhill for here. 4th place, 91,000 views. An evolving Chris Statlander with Stokely Hathaway versus Robin Renegade. 5th place, 78,000 views. AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm clashes with Lady Frost. 6th place, 53,000 views. Daniel Garcia faces off with international rising star Tate Mayfairs. 7th place, exclusive post AEW Collision words from Dustin Rhodes, Statlander and more. And in 8th place, the Premier Athletes getting a training session in Iowa. 27,000 views. And we are somehow the bad guys for not realising the Premier Athletes were the ones getting beat up by Joe and Hook. Well, I'm sorry, but after 3 fucking days, when you can only bring in 27,000 views, then you do not deserve to be recognised or have your name remembered by Fog Wrestling or by anybody for that matter.
Yeah, they're getting smoked by the exclusive shitey interviews that never do well.
I mean, the Premier Athletes, is that... Shouldn't they just change that name? It's not... How can... It just doesn't work.
The inferior athletes?
Yeah, that would definitely work. I could see that being the case, but the Premier... No, I'm just not...
Absolute shite.
I'm not buying it. So, yeah, it's a bit like Sexy Red, you know, being called... just doesn't work. It'd be like... Kevin Owens stealing Chris Masters' nickname, the Masterpiece, and he's a fat fuck. You know, it wouldn't work.
Doesn't work for me, brother.
So how these guys have got this name, I don't really know, but that was it. The views are absolutely mince, but don't worry, guys, because on CageMatch.net, with 7.77 rating, FTR and Blackpool Combat Club achieved that in a time limit draw. So there you go, a 7.77 rating.
Oh, yeah.
And Orange Cassidy versus Kyle O'Reilly also got a 7.40. So 2 big matches there on AEW Collision, getting above a 7 on match rating. So there you go.
Fantastic.
Something to be proud of.
Oh, I'm buzzing. Ah, fucking hell.
The ratings may have sucked, the numbers may have sucked, but here, the match ratings on CageMatch.net, buddy, they were pretty decent. So there you go. Something for everybody here on AEW. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Till then, though, peace.